In a year where two titans of the hardwood locked horns in a battle for supremacy, the WNBA's 2025 MVP race has become a masterclass in contrasting narratives. At the heart of it, Napheesa Collier and A'ja Wilson, two players whose careers embody the league's evolving definition of greatness. But here's where it gets tricky. Collier's consistency versus Wilson's late-season dominance. Who deserves the crown? Let's break it down. The two-horse race. Collier's foundation versus Wilson's surge. Napheesa Collier didn't just perform. She dominated, dropping an average of 22.9 points per game while shooting an eye-popping 53.1% from the field, including 40.3% from three-point range. Her 7.3 rebounds, 1.6 steals, and 1.5 blocks per game tell a story of all-around excellence. But the real kicker? Collier anchored a Minnesota Lynx team that finished 34-10, leading the league in both offensive 109.5 and defensive 97.5 efficiency. Historically, playing for the best team has been a quiet MVP booster shot, even if the award isn't officially tied to it. Yet, here's the twist. Collier's remarkable season came with a catch. She missed 11 games due to injury, which would have disqualified her from MVP consideration if the WNBA followed the NBA's strict minimum game rule. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson turned the final 16 games of the regular season into a clinic, averaging 26.1 points, 12 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks. She led the Aces to a 16-game winning streak. The numbers don't lie. Las Vegas had a plus 21.3 net rating with Wilson on the court during that stretch, and a dismal negative 5.8 when she sat. Recency bias or longevity? The debate that won't go away. This is the part most people miss. The WNBA doesn't prioritize recency bias in MVP voting. Every game counts equally, from the first matchup to the last. But let's face it, Wilson's late-season explosion is hard to ignore. Collier's Lynx also handed the Aces two lopsided losses, 31 and 53-point margins. Yet those moments might get overshadowed by Wilson's final weekend heroics. The question lingers. Should the MVP go to the player who consistently elevated their team's performance, or the one who sealed the season's narrative? We want your take in the comments. Where do you stand on this debate? The unsung hero, Alyssa Thomas and the Phoenix Revival. While Collier and Wilson steal the spotlight, Alyssa Thomas quietly made a case for herself. At 33, she averaged 15.4 points, 8.8 rebounds, and a league-best 9.2 assists per game, only surpassed by Cordy Vandersloot's 2020 season. Her 53.3% field goal percentage, career best, and a reminder that efficiency matters. Phoenix Mercury head coach Nate Tibbetts called her the free safety of the league, praising her defensive instincts and relentless competitiveness. But Phoenix's season was about more than stats. The team welcomed Thomas and Satou Sabally after losing legends Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner. How do you rebuild a dynasty overnight? Thomas and Sabally's chemistry helped the Mercury secure a 27-17 record and the number 4 seed. Still, her all-around brilliance might not be enough to dethrone the MVP frontrunners. Honorable mentions: Gray, Mitchell, and the Rising Stars. Alysha Gray and Kelsey Mitchell proved why they're rising stars. Gray shattered her own career highs with 18.4 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game, earning her third consecutive All-Star nod. Meanwhile, Mitchell stepped into the spotlight when Caitlin Clark's injury limited her to 13 games. Mitchell responded with 20.2 points, 3.4 assists, and 2.5 three-pointers per game, cementing her as Indiana's go-to scorer. The verdict: a tie that keeps giving. So, who wins? The answer is as clear as mud. Collier's all-around stats and team success versus Wilson's late-season dominance and individual flair. Thomas's versatility and leadership versus the other's sheer output. the WNBA's MVP committee faces a near impossible choice. But that's the beauty of it. Basketball isn't just about numbers. It's about moments, momentum, and the stories we tell. Who do you think deserves the MVP? Is it Collier's consistency, Wilson's late-season surge, or maybe even Thomas's all-around impact? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.